I'm just gonna say it. Weird fucking vibes tonight. Weird vibes.
Well,
Why are you poisoning the well?
Across the board, weird. Andrea sounds like she's underwater.
I don't know what that means.
because we're in a new world.
I'm above water.
Woo.
I feel like I'm worried about people all the time. When should I be? Am I being a worry wart? I feel like, oh no, I should check up on somebody.
More worried? You're probably not worried enough, honestly.
I'm worried about the mice.
I'm not so much worried about the mic.
Hot Mike.
I'm seriously like I should be in touch with so and so. I should get in touch with so and so. And then I'm like, am I bothering them? How come they're not getting back to me? Am I just being a weirdo about this? And then I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna get in touch with them again. And then people are just like, huh? What? Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just a lot of weed and sleep. And I'm like, yeah, you fuckers.
Are you talking about me?
No,
Don't leak our private correspondence. What the fuck?
we're not.
I wrote that in
about-
confidence, goddammit.
What? We're all doing. We all smoke weed and sleep. Who doesn't?
So saying that wasn't necessarily like people are
to
going,
you.
Andrea.
Yeah.
With sleeping at night?
I'm actually not smoking at all because it makes me cough. So I'm eating it. If I take some of my homegrown and wrap it in like a little piece of something, it works good.
Yeah, man. The best for me was when
Not
it was
tonight,
that shit shatter.
Shatter.
Yeah. It's like hash, right? But it's
Oh.
like amber. It looks like amber. And so I would put it on my teeth. One time it melted.
Horrible.
And I was like
the fact that you put that sticky, slimy shit on your teeth, like it
what you're
causes me such pain just to think about it.
What you're
Andrea's on another
what
planet.
you're supposed to do is put it in the freezer and it'll go back to normal. But what I did was I put it on my teeth and I was like, well, I'm not gonna waste it or throw it away. So I put it on my teeth, and then it was like every 30 minutes I could like kind of go back to the well. I could just like get my tongue over there and be like, new dose. It was awesome. It was awesome because that shit is pretty strong.
Well, my
But
shit's
I liked
strong.
it. Okay, look,
Yes,
we're gonna have a guest tonight. I just got confirmation.
she comes.
They're gonna be jumping on. Yes, I am.
they.
Blakeley will be on. I assume she. I don't.
Jumping
but
on?
Assuming is.
We can't assume anything anymore.
Yeah, I am. Blakeley will be joining the show, the stream, last minute. So
Is it a stream or a show?
yeah, good question. We could talk about this for a while if you want. Do you stream a show?
It's amazing. Okay. It's a live stream show. We are streaming through the universe. I mean, we don't even know where all of these little electrical impulses that show the show are going. Are they going to other planets? Are they watching us, taking notes?
What
I
are
hope
you
so.
fucking on?
I'm not on anything, actually. I should be. I'm not. I'm tired. No, I spoke with a guy tonight who's on a Friday night. He's actually a science fiction buff, but he
You
loves
spoke with a
comics.
guy tonight on Friday?
About my show on Friday with him.
Oh.
He has a project called Crops, but after that, he's a science fiction Crops.
I'm sorry.
CROPS.
I'm just fucking
I
around.
know. But he's very interested in your channel, so I'm going to give him the link. And he's
in my channel.
Yeah, he loves comics. He's a sci-fi guy.
Fuck yeah! What's his name?
David. He's an older guy, and he's like
Is that why he's interested in the Letterhack show? You know, the AARP news column on Thursday. Is that really?
No,
bringing in a whole new audience.
He's into sci-fi and comics and all. I talked to him about it. But we are, of course, not talking about that on Friday night. But anyway, and I'm not on anything guys. Jeez, I'm just tired. I drove to Buffalo and back today and for a doctor's appointment and shit weather, ice and snow all the way.
It's cold.
It wasn't snowing, but it was like the roads were, and my GPS, I'm like, okay, took me on every fucking stupid back road there was instead of me going the way I just should have. I'm thinking,
I will be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom.
You gonna come back with a microphone?
I might.
That would be
Don't
nice.
hold your hopes on it though. How do I turn this on?
All right, I got you.
Oh my god.
It's cold here.
Yeah, are you on the tip of the southern jet stream that's
I don't know where we are. I don't know where we are on it, but we got snow on the ground all day today. It's not that bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it snowed here yesterday and it's stuck.
Yeah.
It's very little. It's just in the shade,
Not
but
Colorado snow.
no. No, but everything falls apart here. They closed everything.
Oh. Well,
yeah,
Looney
they were
got
like
it.
not grocery stores and shit, but they closed like all the schools and everything right away. And I'm telling you, we would have like
they're not
easily
prepared.
6 feet of snow over like a week and nonstop snowing, and they wouldn't close anything in Colorado.
No, they don't close anything in Western New York, Buffalo.
Yeah.
We used to at work. We go, oh, maybe they'll close the university today. Maybe they'll close. They never close. They would never close the school, even for for people that they knew had to commute over the Skyway, which always gets closed. That was closed.
You got chains on the tires?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No, I'm not putting chains on tires. No.
Really? You got all wheel?
Mm-hmm. I drive a Toyota.
You got all wheel. So if one tire gets fucked up, you got to switch them all out.
No, 4-wheel drive. You go from 2-wheel.
Oh, you got 4-wheel, not all wheel.
No, 4-wheel. Yeah, you switch it. It's a pickup truck. And in the winter, there's beds. I have sandbags in the back. Just in case. But I don't go anywhere. I did today.
Oh, yeah, you just go to Buffalo.
Yeah, that was fucked, but I have to every 6 weeks. But it was. But I make it, I make it.
It is fucking cold.
I just go slow and I let people pass me, So you know what I did? I got out of the truck and it was beautiful, white, all farm pristine. I make a short for YouTube. I upload it. No sound.
Nice.
I know. I was so pissed because I don't know why.
One time I was driving home from work and it was snowing pretty good. And IBM was in Boulder and I had to drive past IBM and there's like a back way that's longer but quicker because less traffic during rush hour. So I scoot down this road along IBM and no cars had been down there. And I was like making fresh tracks. And a cop is coming the other way. And I saw I was going like 55 and a 30 and it's snowing pretty good. But at this point, I had that shit down, right? And I'm like in a Volkswagen Jetta. So it's not even like good conditions. It's just I know how to drive in this stuff now. So I will never forget because of course I see the cop and I'm just like, all right, let off the gas and slow down,
Yeah.
And I saw him like when we went by each other, he looked at me like this. He goes, like just pure disappointment. Like, and I was like, I got it. I'm fine.
That's funny.
But there's a lot of transplants there that don't know how to fucking drive.
No. And then I'm sure in Florida, in Pensacola, in northern Florida, there was snow. And last night, my last night show, I wore a hat in solidarity with everybody down south that doesn't have a hat or even know what a hat for the winter is. Poor Looney, he sent me pictures. I mean, they're not used to it. And there was ice. I was watching Vince Willetti, the storm chaser, who I like Vince Willetti, and he was down there and it looked terrible. In Mississippi, he was also in Louisiana. I was like, holy shit, what are you back in Buffalo, Vince?
Well, yeah. Shit's fucked up everywhere. I'm okay with it here. I'm not stressing about it at all. It's just, colder than the older I get, the more I want to live. I'm like, oh, this is why all seniors move to Florida and like
I'm
warm
not moving
climates
to
and shit like.
Florida.
But you know what I mean? That's like the cliche, right?
Yes,
Like so.
yes. I'm never
So
moving.
I was thinking
Hello?
like,
Oh,
hey, what's up?
Andrea.
Headphones.
Global had asked, is somebody going to tell Andrea about her mic?
Look,
Yeah. So, no,
I did
I
not
understand.
watch. I did not watch last week's show because,
You were sick.
well, I mean, but I could have circled back. I just didn't, and then I forgot. I was like, because I was fucking sick.
Yeah. You were.
Like it did. You heard what it was, right?
Yes. And it
Ear
was an
ear
infection.
infection that went
Made
down
you
to my throat
Made you
and like
sick.
caused an instant fever.
Oh my God.
I was wrecked, and I didn't. I was
baby.
kind of freaked out because when I woke up Saturday, I was like, "Oh, to hell with this."
Yeah. You
I
were
went
bad.
straight to urgent care and was like, they said, "So what do you need?" And I was like, "I don't know." And they're like, "You want a flu test?" And I was like, "I don't fucking know." Okay. And they said, "Do you want
Jesus Christ.
COVID test?" And I was like, I said, maybe I could just tell the doctor what's wrong and then we could go from there.
Andrea.
Is this thing working?
Andrea,
No,
what happened? Why
not.
did you take those off and not
It's
fix
so much
your
better
audio?
with those.
It wouldn't work. I couldn't
wasn't
get
working.
anything to function.
Oh.
Did you hear me earlier?
Yes.
No, we did. Did we hear her with those headsets? With the
I did,
headset on?
yeah.
Oh,
I did.
mm,
Try him again. Our guest is here.
why not?
Oh, just
Why
fucking
not?
phone.
And
Don't
Looney
just
Tunes says
hold
Matt
the fucking phone.
was the guest host. Looney Tunes was the guest host.
Yeah, I know. And
Everybody
that's what I'm
loved it.
seeing here is that he did a
Andrew.
prank of me.
And
Okay,
then
let's
and
do
then
this.
okay.
Bring our guest on because we
Bring
brought
the
her on
guest
last
in.
minute.
Okay, last minute.
Hey, what's happening? I am Blakeley.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, nice to
Hi.
meet you. How's it going?
Nice to meet you guys too.
Oh, what a warm, snuggly thing you've got on. I've got a couple of like that. That's cute.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it is a
snuggly. She's snuggled.
Do we need
is-
to introduce everybody here?
Hello?
I'm Sandy.
I'm Matt, Andrea, Sandy. We each have our respective shows. Sandy does Environmental Coffee House. Andrea Rovensky does Above It All. I do Letterhack.
Does is not the word I would use.
This show is freeform, unscripted, off the cuff. We just
Right.
jerk around here. Nobody's really serious. We don't give a fuck. So I thought this would be the perfect and probably quickest opportunity to bring you on and tell us, what's going on with you and like explain, your channel and also your situation and how people can help.
okay. Nice to meet you all. I am Blakeley. I am a non-binary creator on YouTube doing leftist content from a left Christian queer perspective. And so a lot of what I talk about on my channel, because it is also about justice, is the Palestinians. I talk a lot about the genocide in Gaza. I talk a lot about the freedom and the liberation of the Palestinian people. And I talk a lot about everything else we always talk about in politics, Trump and everything that's, been happening in the country. So weirdly, this is not the first time YouTube has done this to me. They did it last year over a video where I was talking about Gaza, and they immediately just sent me this weird email that just told me that my channel was, and by the way, I have a very tiny channel, and this is partly why
we all have tiny channels.
Yeah,
right,
this is the island of tiny channels right here.
We love tiny channels.
This is an archipelago, actually.
So it's the exact reason.
Archipelago.
It's the exact reason why I think they targeted me is because I'm a small channel. Because nothing I said in the video that caused all of this was anything different than I've heard dozens of people say similar things.
They often run new testing algorithms on channels that no one will notice, if something bad happens.
Yeah, totally. So they basically took my video down and gave me a warning because it's so I've never had a like a warning or a strike or whatever because I've had the channel for about a year and a half. So they gave me the warning, and then they said that they stopped my monetization, said I wasn't in the program anymore. I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I contacted them and I'm like, if I just got a warning for a video being taken down, why is my entire channel demonetized? And basically I got a whole lot of runaround, a whole lot of different answers, a whole lot of we'll escalate it and then immediately review it and Jack after they told me that they would review it more. And I know that they didn't because it'd be like 2 seconds later and they'd be like, we reviewed it. And
that's a robot.
After
Yeah,
careful consideration.
Yeah.
Right. After much careful consideration. Yeah. And so what they claimed, and so then I was getting a runaround. When I finally got a hold of a person, I asked them why it was that they demonetized my whole channel after a first like violation. They were like, oh, it's because you were promoting terrorism. Which is ironically exactly what they did to me about 7 months ago. My
so you
channel
did talk to a human being?
Yes.
Promoting terrorism.
Yeah. So at least I think it was a human being. I mean, some of it is just when you go to the like YouTube partner program, like Help Center, that's who I was talking to, like people in the chat.
But not on the phone. Hey, this is Matt. How's it going?
No,
it's terrorism.
Do they even do that anymore?
I'm guessing that was AI.
Sometimes on YouTube, I got one of mine reversed. I wasn't monetized till I met Matt, and he talked me into it, right? But
big capitalist.
What I am is I am in the doomosphere, so to speak, right? I talk climate, environment, and overshoot.
Constant warnings and shit.
Well, but
against you, not you warning us.
I get I mean, I got in the partner program and I can get super chats, but they will not monetize so many of my videos because they say that the advertisers don't like it. I'm like, so fucking give me Earthling shampoo or so, don't you have advertisers that understand that the climate, whatever. So they don't, they do this all the time. I did fight one last week. They said I asked for a human to look at it and they put the monetization on it, but I don't I don't even get 1,000 on mine. When I have guests, I get more views, like the scientists and all that. And it's not even about views, really. It's just about the information and teaching.
Did you get to a point where you were chatting? Did you get to a point where it just bottomed out? Like there was nowhere else to go?
Yeah. So it's funny because at first I thought, because they said they were going to follow up with an email, and I got an email from this guy saying that he has a name and he's a person. So I thought, oh, it must be a person because he's like, we carefully reviewed it in our team. We found that it did, and the decision stands and blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like looking it up last night and I find this YouTube video of this guy from 5 years ago. And he reads basically the exact same email, like of somebody being like, we carefully reviewed it. And I'm like, it's the same email. Like it was like, so they're not carefully reviewing it because I am confident that if they're actually were being honest and carefully reviewed it, there's nothing wrong with the video. So I didn't even, but it's crazier than that, right? So let's just say, because at first, when it first happened, I was so distracted by the insanity of them saying that I was promoting terrorism that I kept wanting to argue with them about the validity of my video. But then once I finally felt like, okay, what else can I, and I started paying attention to looking at their policies, I realized that what they did was a violation of their own stated policies, of their own rules, because their claim, and I went through it, I wrote them really long email list, still haven't heard back, or a long email about it last night, citing all of their own policies. So their own claim on their own website and their own community guidelines is that if a person, regardless of what the violation is for, gets a warning, that there is no penalty to their channel. If it's a warning.
Right. I have warnings and not strikes. I had one strike. I think it fell off, and I had strikes before. I get warnings too.
Right. So the
They
fact
hate
that
me.
right. So the fact that, but even if you get a strike shouldn't destroy your entire channel. A
No,
strike
3.
can impose
3.
yes, a 3 strikes destroys your entire channel.
It
A
does.
first strike is only supposed to impose a temporary penalty. A warning is not supposed to impose a penalty at all.
So they
Basically,
are going to owe you retroactively whatever you've lost.
No,
Right?
Right.
I
Try
mean,
to prove
what the
that.
fuck?
yeah.
Try
So
I
to
mean,
what
they won't do that, but I'm saying, like,
no,
they
totally.
made a
Because what
flaw.
happened was, so there, so I go through all of it, right? And I did a stream earlier with it because I wanted to show the receipts because I was like, this is so insane. Like their own stated policy says if you have a warning, then we won't take any action against your channel. It's for creators to get an opportunity to learn from their mistakes and see what happens and take a policy module training for the future.
Oh yeah,
I did
I
it.
love the trainings.
I did
Oh
it.
man,
Did
I
you
love
do it too,
training on how to
Andrea?
be a
I've
good
done that.
model citizen.
I've been
Yeah.
doing it. I did it twice since I've been
Yeah,
monetized.
but the thing is that so they're telling me
Yeah.
in my YouTube studio, this is just a warning and take this
And
module
then
training.
they took your whole monetization away. Everything. You can't get super chats or any of that.
Nothing. They completely demonetized my entire channel.
Or did
after
you
I-
use the Z word? Because you know you can't use the Z word anymore. You know what the Z word is?
Rhymes with violinist.
Right.
So, sort of. So, so you take the training? What's that? Like, I did that for traffic court one time. Get to court and they go, "Hey, you took the training. You can go."
YouTube
like-
traffic court.
What is the training? What does that get you? At the end, you sign off and they go, "Now you're
Was-
better," or what do you get in return
don't-
for the training?
Nothing. You
Right.
just you take the training and then they still
you
give you
do.
the fine. Well, did they
What do you
take?
get?
No,
I didn't get anything.
I'm going to tell you
slicker.
guys what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened to me and
Okay.
and what they are claiming on my actual channel.
This
They
is
claim,
terrible.
and it also says this in their policies. Like that's what I'm trying to drill down in is that I'm not going off of any speculation. I'm going off of their stated policies,
Yeah.
which state that once you take the training, then it comes off in 90 days. The warning, it
Yeah.
wasn't even a strike, it was a warning.
That's
So
what I had
after you
to-
take the policy training, it is supposed to help you understand going
Yeah.
forward what not
Yep.
to do again, and then it goes off in 9 days. It's
Mhm.
showing that on my channel. It's showing warning, not a strike, and it says it expires on April 22nd. So I did the training. It was really stupid. I got all of them right, of course, because I know what extremism and terrorism is, and that's not what I was doing. It just
No.
asks you a series of questions like, if somebody's promoting Al Qaeda, do you say that's wrong? Like it's like really, it's ridiculous. So then I'm like, okay.
Sounds
So then I finished that, right? The email that they sent me says your memberships have my YouTube members. They say your memberships have been paused. All my members, people who subscribe to me on YouTube, who pay for the subscription, told
That's
me
really suck.
that they are still subscribed and paying. That they told them that the memberships were paused. They did not tell them they totally demonetized them. So YouTube is telling my own members something different than what they're telling me. So then
you should be able to get money.
but they're not. That's what I'm saying is so insane about this entire thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm losing
It's
my
driving
mind
me
over.
crazy to hear it.
I think
Something's
they
wrong with the
can't
with them.
immediately reinstate, right?
Yeah, they can because they did it last time. You know what
Oh,
happened
okay.
last time? I
Yeah.
made a video talking about Palestine, talking about one of the massacres, one of the many massacres that have happened. Just like everybody else, newsworthy information, just telling it like it is. I got a strike, or not a strike. I got one of what they did, where they just took it down and they demonetized my entire channel once again against their policies, because I read through all their policies last night, and it actually says that even if you get a warning or a strike for a violation,
Right.
like what they claim promoting terrorism, that does not result in the termination of your monetization or your
Yeah.
channel on a first strike. It's supposed to be multiple strikes. So anyway, this happened last year. It made no sense. I'm trying to contact them. They're sending me very similar messages, very similar emails. We've carefully reviewed it and found that it does violate our
Get
policies.
their address and send them a snail mail.
So then that day, a pretty well-known comedian tweeted at them and said, "Why are you guys basically on the side of the people doing the Holocaust?" And within minutes, they reversed it. Minutes of this guy's tweet.
Not a coincidence, you know that.
No.
Yeah, you need to do like a specific social media campaign because this
Well, that's
happened
what
to
I'm
me
trying.
several times. And
Are
yeah,
you on Twitter?
you just
Because
need to get like
I did it.
100, 500 certain people or whatever. Just it's ridiculous.
I did it on X once. I
Okay,
at
so-
YouTube and said, "Hey, you did this to me." I was pissed because I made a video, but it was about all those extremist idiot preachers.
Andrea, go on my Twitter and retweet my post about this from yesterday.
I can't do
It's-
that right
So
now, but I
that
can
is-
after this.
So it's YouTube creators
Mm-hmm.
is because the people I've reached out to asking for advice have said that the best bet is to keep hitting up YouTube creators, like keep tweeting at them.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
what I did. That's just what I did.
Yeah,
Like
so-
just let them have
And
it
they fixed it right away back at
and
that one.
DM them if you can. Can you do that?
I don't think I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I have been
No.
tweeting. I have been tweeting at them. I have been tweeting at them. And the reason why I started going on Twitter and trying to reach out to other leftist YouTubers to help me amplify it is because I already tried going through them and they're lying and they're not fixing it. So now I have been reaching out to other leftists like YouTubers and stuff, asking them to help me and amplify what is happening to me. Because not only do I believe it is absurd, like it's actually insane. And it's insane that this is the second time they've done this to me. Like second time. Like who is over there? Who is targeting me? Okay. So then I'm like, all right, the second time you're doing it and you're giving me the same copy paste answers. And then and they're not responding. They're not fixing it, which is the reason why I'm like, okay, I have tried to contact them and do everything I can to contact them and they're blowing me off. So now I need help from outside YouTubers because I do believe that if enough people who are on YouTube see this and understood actually how bad and dangerous it is that they're doing this to me, then they would have to change it. But like I said, I think the reason why they haven't is because I'm a small channel. So they think, who cares? No one's going to know.
That's why it requires like you need to get a specific amount of like other larger people involved because if you're too small, they just don't give a shit.
Right.
But then
Andrea,
like, you know, once they get like 5 or 6 emails, what's up? What happened?
if you rotate your phone, will it alleviate the mic in some way? I'm trying to be like a boomer tech guy.
Is this fine?
What
Is this
if,
acceptable?
because that sounds digitally and crackly. What's the technical
Like you're on
term?
a
Sounds like shit.
different channel, a different planet. I
Give me a
want to
goddamn break.
I
But
want to
you're
ask.
saying
something.
light them up, and we got to get as many people to retweet it as possible, right,
That's correct.
Andrea?
Yeah.
I got the Humanist
That's correct.
report and Ben Dixon, and
Okay.
we'll keep putting pressure on him.
I want to ask you under the
Can you
viewing
see me?
agreement. Yes, under the viewing agreement, where it says number 3, when you will not be paid. YouTube is not obligated to monetize your content, including displaying any advertisements in connection with it, and may determine the type and format of ads and other forms of monetization available. In addition, you're not entitled to earn or receive partner earnings. A, were associated with a breach of the terms, including the YouTube channel monetization policies, which that's a whole nother thing to click. B, where YouTube has suspended or terminated your access to parts of service under Section 6, or C, unless YouTube has a specific obligation to share revenues with you under a module that you have accepted. For example, you are not entitled to earn revenues in relation to ads shown. They have so much in there that it's very hard to find.
They also can run ads anyway, and then you just don't get a cut of it. Like they're
That's
just taking your
what
right to a percentage.
That's what
Yeah,
people told me before I ever monetized. And
Yes.
I'm like, if you're telling me you don't want to run ads because you don't like my content because it's too controversial, which I
That's
always
such,
put,
yeah.
and I
That's
always tell them what I'm doing because when you monetize, you have to click. And I'm always sensitive events. There's always the same shit. Sensitive events, whatever.
I'm
And
the guy who
bad.
I'm the guy who will call somebody and get all those different options, and I'm like, speak to customer service, speak to a representative, speak to a representative. I just keep hitting 0. Like, I am so impatient when it comes to this shit because I'm like, this isn't real. I'm the only real thing here. Nobody else is real.
No.
Right. Well,
Is there a way to push 0 at this point? Like,
You
There's
just need
no-
to know
well,
somebody.
well, they don't have a phone number. Everything is done online. So they don't have like a
Right,
phone
they're-
number you can
No,
call.
because
Everything
they
has
have
to be
millions of people calling them.
right.
They're
They
not
don't have
going to.
right. They don't have that. They just have the website. But again, that is the reason why I'm in the phase I'm in now, which is trying to get other people to talk about it and amplify it so that they can't ignore it, because I feel like they're just ignoring me because of the fact that they know that I'm small and they think I'm not going to keep complaining, but I am going to keep complaining because it is incredibly unjust and incredibly unfair. And if it can happen, if this kind of thing can happen to me, it can
It's
happen
happening.
to any YouTube creator.
Right.
And once again, this is not limited monetization. I know what you're referring to with the
Mhm.
limited. It's got the little yellow
Yeah,
thingy
they
on
do
it.
that to me all the time.
There's
Nobody
yeah,
wants
that's
to advertise, they say.
yes, but that's
Is
not what
this
I
audio
No,
better?
you got fucked. I mean, they are there is something that is some computer flagging system that you keep triggering, and they are not
right,
going.
it's
I
and
just
it's
think it's terrible.
ridiculous because once again, I'm not making like insane controversial, like you can't even believe it. It's so sensitive content. I'm
Crazy.
talking about politics the same way thousands of channels talk about politics.
you're probably just doing the news, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I give my opinion on it, like genocide's bad, things like that, things like Palestinian.
We don't genocide. You
I
can
wonder
take it or
if-
leave it. You know.
I wonder if we should get Jordan Sheraton on this status quo. He's
do it right now.
very good at looking at these issues. Plus, he talks about all of this controversial stuff. His channel is larger. I've watched him.
I was
Maybe
just
he
DMing
will
with him
take.
today. I got
All right. Well, maybe he'll take this up for you, but for all of us small YouTubers, everything I want to make this month is going to the Pasadena Animal Shelter. So by limiting me yesterday, they're really screwing the animals that got burned. I mean, literally.
No,
Because
that's yeah.
everything is
Oh.
but I definitely think we should get Jordan
Yeah,
involved.
So I'm fighting it. I'm obviously fighting it because first of all, it's so unjust. And this is my livelihood. And for them to just do it without warning, like they say warning as they demonetize my entire channel.
Yeah,
I also think it's super sauce that they keep doing it. That this is the second time they've done it. Super sauce. Very, very suspicious indeed. And then also, I think that it's disgusting because they claim that they have these rules and procedures and modules and ways and an enforcement mechanism that they go through before something like this happens. And then they just do it to me like it ain't no thing. Because why? Again, and this can fall on the target of any single one person who is on the left. You just call them a terrorist. Like if I say I'm advocating for human rights, whether that's the rights of trans people or the rights of Palestinian people and their right to liberation, well, just call me a terrorist.
I hate to tell you this. And
No,
obviously,
I'm not accepting this. I hear
know
I
this.
hear
You
this
say
happening.
that. No, I understand that, but we are, as of Monday, in a whole different freaking world in the United States. And not that you should give up fighting, but we have to accept that there are things that are going to be a lot different, and they already
We're
are.
talking about decentralized forms of left-wing media, single spaces where we can all exist and not have to fucking worry about demonetization and stuff like that.
Rumble.
Not like a corporation or an
They're
incorporated network or something like that, but people are talking behind the scenes of finding ways to do this, if only so that when someone's individual channel is affected, you can just shift over real quick and be like, I'm still on the fucking air. Everyone is on this channel together. Everyone is on this network together. And then it's immediately amplified. So like we are, there are a handful of us working on that kind of stuff behind the scenes as we speak.
I definitely think that we need that 100%. I've heard some people talking about Mastodon and like the different like Fediverse or whatever. Like I definitely think that is true.
But there's no videos there.
I think that that's true, and we definitely do need something decentralized like that. But with that being said, I don't think it's either or. I think it's and. And with
Yeah.
the and, like, I don't accept, especially since I understand that now we have the Trump administration, but as I've said at the beginning, this didn't just happen to me under the Trump administration. This
No,
exact
of
thing happened to
course
me under
not.
the Biden administration. So,
But now they are kissing the ring, and we see that these oligarchs are now bending and kissing the ring, and I don't see it getting any better. I want you to fight. I'm not telling you to roll over. I'm not rolling over. But
I
I'm
don't see it
saying
getting
I
better
see
either, but I'm talking
no,
about like just the vibe that I'm not going to get
it's
with, that I see
wrong.
a lot of people on the left in general get with, where they're just like, oh yeah, that sucks. That's, life under
No.
Elon Musk. It's like, no.
So
No, sorry,
yeah,
no.
I have seen
We're
that
not doing
too.
that.
I'm not having that shit. There are
Me
too many
neither.
people out there going, I just don't think that's gonna work. Like when I would do work meetings in the corporate world, and there was that one person who was like, I don't think it's gonna work. It'd be like, you can leave,
Yeah.
motherfucker. This is you contribute
right.
nothing. Why are you here? Just
Oh, no, we're
what?
gonna
Okay,
fight.
what will work? I don't know. Get the fuck out. Take your break or whatever.
You know what's not going to work? You're fired. Get
Right.
out.
And I think it's just because people get to a point where it's like
Fired. Yeah.
they're
I
just
was
they
HR.
have people have so many fucking videos in their backlog that are just always making revenue that they're at a point where they're like, I'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, don't give up. We got your back. I mean, for what it's worth,
No,
you're
I
not
appreciate it.
alone. I mean, it could happen to any of us.
It
But
does
It's happened
we
to me several
every
times.
week.
Yeah, it's awful.
yeah, but like we have to go to bat when it happens to somebody, not just because it could happen to
Right.
us, but because it's happening and it's a fucking injustice. So we're not
Listen,
going to stand for it.
I had a video I made about the hate preachers, and I make artistic videos too. It's my art, right? They took it down 2 years later. They took it down and said I was doing hate speech, but I wasn't monetized at the time. But they took it down and said, you can't have this up at all. And the thing that it was really funny about that was I had done a live show and I showed that video in the live show. They took the video down, but they left the live show with the video up. Idiots. I mean,
The
seriously.
idiots. I mean, that's how you know it's not real. It's just
It's
Thank you,
automated.
Bad
yeah.
Lefty. Shout out
Right.
to Bad Lefty here, saying don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to. But that was also
No,
the reason why I was
never
trying
give
to.
up.
That was the other reason why I was trying to get it amplified to other people on the left, because I think it's important, and that's why I really appreciate you having
Never give up.
here. That I think that it's important that people who are on the left stand up for each other, because I do feel like sometimes on the left there is this kind of like individualistic mentality, like, oh, that's not my problem. It's not my problem. When it's like, when this kind of stuff, like, I don't like that attitude at all, because when this kind of stuff happens on the right, those assholes not only circle the wagons, they'll have all each other on each other's shows. They'll go down to Congress and force a hearing about how they're being censored. Like, it's so, like, the way the conservatives show up for each other is something that I think that we could learn from.
Very refreshing. I like this. Yes. 100 fucking %. And we need to do it. But we also need to stop eating each other too. Some of the stuff.
It's a lot easier to organize people when they're all stupid. So leftists are correlated with higher rates of intelligence. So when you have more intelligent people, there's going to be more bickering. So right wingers fall in line easily and will do things like that because they're all drones and morons.
I hear you about not
true, but there's also, you can look at it like, oh, it's also about the fact that we're so intelligent, we're bickering. But are we that intelligent if we're so intelligent?
No, yeah, definitely.
Like, we're
it's
so
we're above
smart.
the minimum threshold.
Yeah, we're so smart that we argued in the background while they ran with the keys to the country out the back door.
and we are now where we are. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Real
So
smart.
I hear you. I think there's definitely truth to that.
Yeah, but the left was not just we didn't want to let the keys go. I mean, there were people that really, really did not want to just sit on.
I mean, at this point, it is what it fucking is, and
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even. I've lost faith in electoral politics to a very large degree.
Mhm.
Like I'm all about labor and militant organizing and all of that. I just
Yep.
I feel like I was saying this. I feel in hindsight, I feel like I should have said it proactively Monday night on that show, because like that was a terrible day and I just came on and like did my fucking show. But like it's okay for everyone to be pissed off and angry and depressed, and the key is to recognize that and as step one to processing it. I'm not a therapist. I don't know how to fucking process anything, but I was raised Irish Catholic. Like we basically just fight over it and
Right.
get drunk and pissed off is part of life. But I really do feel like at this moment, like people just need to be like, I'm pissed. And that's okay. I'm
Yeah.
upset, and that's
Or
okay.
play
I'm
with
mad
it.
at the fucking left. I'm mad at the fucking right. I'm mad at me. I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad. And try to channel that and try and use that into some sort of action or mutual aid. Because really, at the end of the day, it's about taking care of the people who need it the most. That's definitely not me, right? Not especially not right now. But anyway, I just had to get that out because I don't want to let a single show go by without saying that. From
Matt
now on.
needs it the least, actually. I just want to say that. Like
you know
everyone else
what?
before Matt.
That's true, but also remember we did a hot sauce challenge a few weeks ago. I feel like somebody was describing a heart attack to me, and I was like, that feels like what happened to me when we went off air.
By the way, I got the bomb.
I was like,
so
holy shit.
I'm down to try it myself with the bomb. So
I was like,
I did feel bad for you.
I said,
I
did this happen to you? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, right here? And they're like, right there. And I was like, oh,
I felt
wonder
bad
if
for
I
you.
had it. And then I was Googling like how rare are heart attacks without knowing it? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And it was like, oh, you
they
can totally
happen.
do that. And I was like,
They totally happened. My ex-husband had a heart attack all weekend, and I almost let him die in the bedroom because I thought he was just whining about the same
But
old
look,
shit he bitched about for 10 years.
I mean,
we
it's like
almost let him die, but
Yeah, but,
unfortunately, common sense prevailed on this instance.
it's like how I keep saying though, if I go now, I'm going out on top. My reputation's never been this good in all 50 years that I've been alive.
Well, you gotta
so
wait
like
a
this
little
would be
while
great.
before you start. You know, then
It'll
the
get
show
fucked
gets
up
stale,
again.
and then you go downhill.
stop.
You do a bunch of drugs on air. You piss everyone off. That's the fun part of the streaming career.
I don't know. It's it'll
Streaming-
get ugly if we
streaming
let it. I can't let it.
Career. I don't consider this a
I'm
career.
all in.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I'm here for the downfall.
Shit.
I'm only going up so high just to fall down.
The collapse. In my genre, it's called collapse.
And
we do shows on collapse. And I do a show called Last Week in Collapse.
well, everyone, I'm not trying to run anybody off. Hang out.
You're trying to run me off because I am poor and I can't afford a microphone that functions, and you're trying to kick me off the show?
No, I'm just saying, do you go by I am Blakeley? Like
just no, it's just my handle. Blakeley is my name, yeah.
Blakeley. Okay, so
like
Blakeley, when people come on this show, we're like, hang out as long as you want. And we can kind of tell when people are like, I don't want to be here anymore. These guys are crazy. But you seem like you might fit in here. So like you can seriously hang out like as long as you want. We've had everyone on this show, Bender, David Dole. Yeah. David Dole was like, I'll come on for a half hour, 20 minutes. And he hung out. He was like, no, I'll
David Dole actually like was being a neglectful parent because he wanted to stay on the show. It's like, I'll let the kid cry themselves to sleep for a night just to hang out on Left Past 10, you know, teach him a lesson.
Yeah, we were really fucking with Pastor Ben. We made him do a cold open.
Yeah.
Like we will mess with people. And normally our other host Jake is here, but he's off tonight.
I only recently heard about your channel during one of my lives. Like somebody in my chat was like, "Oh, you should go on the Letterhack." I was like,
"Oh, you should."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I had to look it up, and then I was like, "Oh, somebody said that you were the show that like does drawings of you draw people."
Yes,
yeah, draw my guest. Because that's how it started. Was I was drawing people like in real time, like you know, especially the Majority Report. Like I'll watch that. They'll say something funny. I'll draw a cartoon, put it online, and people are like, holy shit, they just said that. And then I started poaching their audience as followers on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I'll just start drawing on YouTube because I moved
Amazing.
to like the remote South. Don't hold it against me. I had to do it. But I like moved. And then I was like, oh man, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I need people. So I started to stream just drawing. And then I was like, maybe I can actually interview the people, because I built up like a reputation with all these YouTubers and podcasters as being, you know, kind of like an okay person. And I was like, I'll see if I can get them on the show.
Being an okay person.
I said, I'll get them on the show, and well, good faith. And they
Oh.
all said yes. Like Nina Turner,
Well, they only
Marianne
said yes 'cause
Williamson
I was
said
on
yes,
the
like
show.
right away.
I was
Andrea
on the show. They're
first.
like, oh, Andrea's on the show? All right, great. I'll show up.
But like anyone I've asked has come on,
And they said, Sandy, who?
except for like Emma Vigeland won't get back to me. But like
Publicly called out.
she
Yeah.
mentions me. I've said it before because she'll mention me on the Majority Report weekly, and then I'm like, come on the show, and
Holy fuck.
Kyle Kalinske won't come on either.
Or
Oh,
like Kyle Kuklinski. Am I right, people?
And-
Holy shit.
yeah. What, Kyle? You
There's-
think you're too popular now?
There's like
Well,
two
Lord,
people.
You can't take it away.
There's two people I won't invite on.
Who?
I don't really want to.
It's okay.
Donald
You don't
Trump
have
Jr.
to.
It
And
should be
Elon
fucking
Musk.
obvious. It should be obvious because I've had over 100 people on the show. It should be
Well, I'm
obvious.
just learning
Like,
about your
Letterhack
show.
wants
I
everyone to
wouldn't-
do like a fucking crossword puzzle to figure out who's. Well, it should be obvious. Just if you cross-reference my 173 videos and then analyze the transcripts and put that through all. But yeah, no one's doing that, buddy.
I
Sorry.
at least put it in a playlist. I put it in a playlist. No,
I,
well,
like I said,
love
I
it.
wouldn't know because I'm new to your channel, so I wouldn't know. But I'm sure if I spend some time on there, I could probably figure it out.
there's just a couple of
You
people
should.
on
You
the left.
absolutely should go on. Wait, were you the one who drew the Silly and Billy shirts?
Yeah, I do all that merch.
Okay.
But,
I'm
That's
still waiting for
um,
mine. My WASF.
Okay. Those are someone that I've been trying to get them also to talk about my case. Silly and Billy need to talk about my
Me
case.
too.
Okay.
I have too. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
send them a super chat or something.
Maybe
but
they'll bring you on.
Yeah, I mean, they're usually really good about that. It's just they've been doing some guests lately, and they have to have, speaking as someone who has guests on the show, not always easy, especially when you're coordinating with a co-host schedule at the same time. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you know,
that's the reason. But yeah, I want to get them to shout me out. But you know what? Maybe I just lost my train of thought.
well, look, let me just point this out. There are two people on the left who will immediately white knight somebody. Well, one of them will immediately white knight somebody who does not fucking deserve or require that shit. And the other one has had anti-trans rhetoric and just recently anti-DEI rhetoric. So
Why they're not even on the left? What is this?
I was gonna say, are they on the left?
Are they on the left?
yeah, you
with
tell
the
me.
Anti-DEI.
Well,
And it's not Jank and Anna. I'm coordinating with Cenk Uygur now. He might come on the show.
Wait a
If
second.
he came on this show, let me on there. I don't know.
Anti-trans?
not this show.
No, my show. It'll be
Yeah.
contentious, but he's coming on. I
Yeah.
told him it would be. I was like, I'm not your biggest fan, but you know, if you're not too
Well,
scared to come on the
actually,
show, come on.
That makes me happy to hear that he at least agreed, because he keeps saying he's willing to have conversations.
see.
And he needs to say he needs to agree. And yes, go on. I keep saying to him that he needs to go talk to Silly and Billy. He needs to go talk to them.
Yeah. I told him
I'm
to
so
make
far
those.
out of this one.
I said, are you guys doing self-deprecating stuff? Because I would love if you did that Beavis and Butthead Silly and Billy shirt. And they were like, oh yeah, we'll totally do that. And I was like, because if somebody insults you and you make merch out of it, they'll stop insulting you, right? Because then you'll just keep monetizing the
Right.
negativity and that runs out.
Right.
That was my goal there. And they were like,
Yeah.
okay, we just want to see that drawing.
Yeah, no, that's great. But that's great.
I was real
because
hesitant.
I really am trying to figure out who it is that's anti-trans and anti-DI on the left. I'm like, Don't-
me.
not-
I'm
not
coming out. This is I'm anti-trans and DEI.
This
I
guy,
can't stand them. You know.
this guy will go on other shows as a guest, and he looks sedated. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, do you know you're on air right now?
I
Like,
wanna
you
be
do this for a fucking living, my
Jordan
man.
Peterson.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson. Yeah.
Yeah, is it Jordan Peterson?
No, it's somebody who is
That's
supposedly on the
hilarious.
left.
Supposedly it's probably
Wait, and he's like sedated when he goes on shows. I'm really curious to see who this is.
It's an
Yeah.
Let's not make fun
infiltrator.
of our fellow drug users for
It's an
doing shows. I mean,
No,
if you're
but, like,
doing a
last
show
time-
at 9 p.m., Christ Almighty, you know.
Last time
Hey, this is
he
gonna
was
drive
on
me
a
crazy.
show.
Can you put it in the chat where it's secret, nobody can see it? So at
Yeah,
least I
last-
can look at it
last
in
time-
private?
Real quick though, I will. But last time he was on a show, every fucking person in my chat was in the chat when he was on the show, and I commented, "Hello, Mr. Last name. Do you realize you're on air right now? Wakey, wakey." Because the host, the two
Biden?
hosts of the show, asked them and said, yeah, so here's a pretty involved
Oh,
question. We're
shit.
giving some details, some backstory. We're going to give you a follow-up question in the initial question. What do you think? And he goes, I don't know. And I was like,
This
are
is
you
Sam
fucking
Cedar.
kidding me,
Sam
dude?
Cedar.
Are you? Sam Cedar is not.
He's partially sedated most times.
He doesn't look that way. Really?
No.
No,
Everybody
Sunset
that's
Lake.
coming to mind that I'm thinking of, everybody that I'm thinking of is a right winger. Like that's coming up in my mind.
Look, there's infiltrators everywhere. It could be someone infiltrating.
Oh, that fucking guy. Give me a break. That
I
goddamn
love
guy.
him.
I don't know who it is, and I don't care.
Beware.
Really?
Put it in the goddamn private
hurts.
thing.
That hurts.
I did.
Oh, okay. I saw it.
I remember I tried to
Fine,
get
I
him to
don't know.
debate the transgenders, and he wouldn't do it. He blocked me. Bastard.
Oh, that guy. Andrea has something
Mostly
to say
just
about that
'cause-
one.
Boring and self-centered.
I was about to say the second guy, he's nice, and I would definitely consider him someone on the left, but not
Everybody's
everybody.
going to get us pissed off that we're just doing this.
Not everybody is meant for the audio or the camera. Some people should write.
So how'd he get that job?
I don't know.
How are they
he's not-
successful at it? It's bullshit.
Not everyone's meant to write either. I mean,
I
have you
know,
read
what I'm
Ben?
saying
I
is-
mean, have you read
What
Guy
I'm-
Number Two's book? It's very poorly written.
I know, but what I'm saying is like him particularly, guy number 2, I'm like, he is not very easy to listen to. He's really not. And I've listened to a lot of people that are really not that talented, but you can still listen to them. This
Needs
guy's
a
a
little
Yeah, I
smart
listen to
guy.
his show
self-awareness.
every week.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
this guy's a smart guy, but he's particularly difficult to listen to. Like, just there's no charisma. There's no. It's a little hard. It's a little bit like wet paint that hasn't started to dry yet.
And like, does he not know it?
Oh, he knows it.
Has somebody been like, you know what, dude, your voice, it's musical.
I don't know. Because you know what? Everybody's different. I heard somebody trashing on Lex Friedman the other day, talking about how he had no talent or this or that. And I was like, yeah, see, there's where I'm going to have to defend him, even though he also annoys me in a lot of ways. His voice, Lex Friedman's voice, is
He's
so
monotone.
incredibly soothing. No, it's soothing as fuck. When I lay down, I just want to, he's
Lex
annoying me and he pisses me off a lot. But his voice, I just want to lay. I just want to lay and listen to it. It's so soothing.
People tell me I have a soothing voice, and I'm like, I do not. I can't stand it. You know how your voice
Yeah, but
sounds
I wouldn't know.
different going out than coming in?
I will tell you a wonderful channel
Calming.
that has calming, wonderful voices. The True North Eager Beavers up in Canada. Oh my God. Every morning I listen to them and I love them. They are so soothing. They're wonderful. And it's all Canadian politics and it's not stressful for me anyway. I mean, they talk about us. They talk about the United States in relationship.
That's all they talk about up there. Get us out of your mouth, Canada.
No,
Yeah.
it's not, but they're great. They're great.
I'm
They're
kidding. I
wonderful.
love you
But
too.
I personally on my channel don't talk about all the other channels that are like in my genre or anything like that. But There used to be, believe it or not, like fights between scientists. That's the nerdiest kind of fight there is, really, seriously. When the scientists start fighting with each other or say, well, this and that. It's so I don't like any of it. I am such a not into it. But everybody knows that, all that.
I
We
thought
have
you
to get
loved when
over it.
scientists fight.
No, we have to get
I had no
over it.
idea.
No, I was told to love this particular scientist, and I do.
See, I'm always like, especially if it's somebody that's in your coalition, like people on the left, give them as much grace as possible. I think we really need to practice that because we don't often give grace to people on the left.
No,
I
we
think,
don't.
but obviously that doesn't mean to me that you don't call them out when they're doing something wrong, or that you don't hold them accountable, or you don't criticize them when they're doing some fuck shit. I think that what I try to do is not be afraid to criticize anybody, but be quick to forgive if somebody actually is like trying to do the right thing or change, instead of just like making my whole person, because some people make their whole personality about who they're hating on. Like the whole thing is like, oh, we hate this person, and that's all we're going to talk about. Going
Yeah,
forward.
I'm currently hating on Donald Trump at the moment. That's how I'm feeling.
I won't say his name. I call him Orange Turd.
Well,
last night my friend was counting because I did a show and I was talking about issues, because I'm going to talk about issues related to the administration, environmental issues. And so I read an article. He counted, Sam, Collapse Chronicles, counted how many times I slipped and said that word, his name, and I won't say it. I'm saying Orange Turd.
You want to say whose name?
Donald Trump.
I
I can't believe
Remember that video I made?
They're actually saying, yeah, if he wants to call the Gulf of Trump, that's fine. If he wants to call Greenland Trumpland, no problem. I can't believe these fuckers. Like, I can't believe it's real. It's so stupid. So,
it's bizarre.
There are a few Canadians in the chat who are like, hey, leave America's cowboy hat alone. So, I don't know.
Well, Canada's going to be the 51st state soon. So,
yeah,
that's going to be ours.
Yeah, that's right. All the provinces, one state.
They should call it the Gulf of Elon. Oh God.
Yeah, we're taking all the letters out of your fucking zip codes. It's confusing.
Yeah. No, I made a decision that I think that Leon is the Antichrist. And it's not Donald as the Antichrist. It's Leon. He's definitely the Antichrist. But
why can't they both?
I think Blakeley would be more qualified to talk about that from a Christian view. Actually,
yeah. My view on that from a Christian perspective is they're both demons, and they're both going to hell.
Very succinctly said. I like it. If I had the
maybe I am Christian.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. And LA is still burning up. They're burning up some more tonight, and the winds were blowing. So let's have some solidarity with our friends out west, because Ventura County is now burning up. And there's been a lot of controversy over that, because anytime some of these things happen, we're getting all the whack jobs. And I am somebody that likes to try to debunk the misinformation and disinformation. Our genre is quite, it is different, because that's what we do all the time. Science, climate, overshoot, that's that kind of thing. I like the left. I love
hello?
Okay, Andrea, there's an echo coming off your shit audio when
what does
everyone
that mean?
else
There's an echo.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I hear
what
it.
Do you mean there's an echo?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm
what
saying
what are you hearing?
Just don't make
like
that
me?
frowny face when I mute you.
What's the echo? Is it am I echoing?
Yes. I know you're just doing this to be annoying. So
I wish you
let's
knew
all abide
how
by the rule
natural
that
this
we'll mute
comes to
ourselves
me.
when not talking.
What are you talking about? Am I the echo? Because I'm in an echo.
You're gonna get fucking booted. You are gonna get booted.
Kelly said he didn't get an echo. Kelly was in my chat, said he didn't get an echo.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
And
Reach out to
Blakeley, this
Ben.
is par for the course, kind of how we interact here. It's not like this isn't dysfunctional. This is normal. Okay, this is totally functional. Just so you know.
We don't script nothing. We just do this. I'm a guest. I go with the flow.
Yeah, I would never
Yeah.
just mute somebody like a jerk.
Incidentally, this is something that I know the Letterhack would never do.
So I will though.
What happened? Would it cut out? I was like,
Hello?
what happened?
Let's raise money for the Pasadena animals. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hello?
Do you know
Hey.
what?
Mary?
Do you know
Yeah.
what? Oh,
It's
Am
the
I still
same.
echoing?
Midas.
What do you mean it's the same? But wait, check this out.
It is the shittest of all
Max.
audios.
Max. Oh, there's Max.
Yeah, I thought my audio was bad because I don't have a mic.
Why don't
Andrea
you have a
usually
mic?
doesn't have this problem.
Do you need advice on a mic?
I'm
Yeah,
on
get
a
what we
fucking
all
cell
have, like
phone.
Andrea's always saying, all that we all
I'm on
have
a goddamn
Yeah.
cell phone, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Do you
well,
not
both.
understand?
I don't have a
Right.
mic. I don't have like a setup or whatever, and I'm overwhelmed because like I don't know what kind to get. I don't know how much.
No,
if
we
it's gonna
got-
be
I-
too costly.
we got
I have
that.
a
We know exactly what to
suggestion.
do. Yeah.
Go
Don't
on
The
listen to them.
Shure MV7.
Nope. Do not
No,
listen to
go
them. They're
on
sponsored.
to
They're selling out.
listen, her name, no, it's not. It's just her name is Luria, and she has a channel called Live Streaming Pros. And I like her a lot, and she's pretty cool. And you can learn a lot from her channel on how to do what we're doing.
Yeah, or just get
And
the mic
equipment.
that literally every fucking person has with a YouTube
I don't have it.
show.
I don't have it. That's not my mic. I don't have
Gamer.
a mic.
Yeah, but I mean, she could.
Blakely, are you a gamer?
No.
There. So, Andrea.
Yeah, live
good
streaming.
No, I
advice.
Yes,
basically
Kelly.
sit there and like watch YouTube videos and clips on Twitter and like talk to chat.
Classic format.
There's a bundle. You get the headphones, the mic, the stand. It's bundled, so it's affordable. It's not their most
What is
expensive.
this sponsored episode?
I'm telling you what David Grossman told me. He's the super
Oh,
producer
yeah.
that I go to for all my
David
advice.
Grossman.
And
Yeah.
I went to Luria.
Professional in the field.
And
From
I
Live
got
No,
Streaming.
actually, I appreciate this, Matt, because I find the whole thing of trying to find equipment overwhelming. It
I'll
all
send
looks
you a
the same
link.
to me. All the letters are confusing.
Right. I didn't know anything either. How many? I've been doing this 8 years. So
I'll send
believe
you a
me,
link.
I've been through many mics, many headsets, lots of software, lots of monitors, lots of.
I have a mic.
bullshit.
I have a mic, but it is a music mic, and it is way too sensitive to use
You
for
want this?
podcasting.
You want this? It comes with software that you download, and you just once you get those settings right, you can lock them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
they have
need.
default settings, and you can just sit there with your chat and go, "How does this sound?" And you know what I mean. You figure it out. And
Next kills time too. You can spend like 30, 40 minutes. Is this better? Is that
Or
better?
just
So you can get
funny.
some,
Yes,
some watch time.
Orb
out of it?
Rumor asked if this show is about nothing and what network CEO gave this the
Oh.
green light.
I
This
mean,
show, he's funny. This show is what how long have you been watching Wednesday nights when you show up? You know
this
that
has actually been a pretty informative
it has
show
been.
for
It
that.
has
We've
been.
actually got some shit accomplished here. We've talked about some stuff.
Is my audio any better?
No,
What's
it's the
bad about
exact
it?
same.
Describe.
Okay, here. It is a digital interference that is choppy and garbagey
And
and
gargle.
underwatery. Not good, and it's picking up
I'm
everyone
above
else.
water. How is it picking up? I got headphones on. What are you talking about? It's picking
Maybe
up.
you need to pull that cord out and put it back in.
There's
and
no
make sure
cord.
it's-
It's fucking Bluetooth.
I used to
well,
have
there
the
you
cord
go.
out.
That's the.
Oh,
hold on.
Andrea. Boy, I
What?
used to have I in my old software, I used to have this click in the chat. Anytime a chat came up, it would go
What the
click,
fuck? Is this? Am I up? Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
That's so annoying.
Hold
She
on.
does that
Hold
all
on.
the-
This
that's-
is what the
That's her
hell?
shtick. Can you?
This is all an act.
This is like the
None of this
goddamn
is
the boy
real.
cried wolf. Like, no, I genuinely have no idea what's happening.
David,
right now.
Gulf of Mexico. I love that. David said Gulf of Mexico. Yes, of course, we think in those terms, Gulf of Exxon, Mexico. Perfect. David, I'm using that. I got to take a screenshot of that one. I like that. Gulf of Mexico or Conoco Gulf. ConocoPhillips Gulf.
When do you normally?
Stick around, Blakeley. I'll teach you everything about how we're all going to collapse and go extinct.
Or you could just accept it without the facts. But like when do
you want to be like, what's her name? Kelly and what's her name? Alternative facts.
No, I'm just saying you could just accept that we're going to hell in a handbasket.
Is audio better?
Like, oh.
Yes, but it's more fun to learn about it.
Talk
Is
for a
audio?
second.
Hello?
It's the same.
Hello,
What does
Andrea.
that mean? What?
Hello,
It's like you probably have linked in the mic on your phone.
There's no goddamn link. Shut the fuck up.
Blakely, when do you normally
Poor
go
Blakely.
live? Is it random? Do you have a schedule?
She's never
It
coming back.
it was random until January, and actually right when YouTube decided that they were going to attack me in this latest round and demonetize me, I had just told my channel that I had a schedule, that I was going to be streaming Thursday night and Sunday afternoon, which was going to be my 2 days. And then it was actually so messed up the way it happened, because I like had a stream and I was like, this is great. We're going to have a set time. It's going to be Thursday. It's going to be Sunday. I'm excited for this year. And then it's like an hour later, they're like, oh, about that. We've demonetized your entire channel. I'm like,
so frustrating.
It really is, especially since, like I said, it's so messed up for them to do something that is so in flagrant violation of their own stated policies and their own stated rules, like completely in the face, flagrantly against it in their own rules. And then to do it so just like out of nowhere for the second time is just crazy.
I want you to find.
I want somebody. I hope a reporter finds. I want a reporter to report on this. I want someone to look into this, because I think something is
Jordan.
sus.
And he's the perfect one, Jordan Cheriton. This is the perfect person.
I keep checking to see if he got back to me. He will. Don't worry.
He will. I was with him in Philly. We were interviewing and the same people in 2016.
Is this better?
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Sounds the same. But like you're from further away or something.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What if
Did
you connect to the studio through your phone?
I'm on my cell phone right now.
Yeah, but like what if you did it? Well, maybe it wouldn't matter. Like people call in all the time on their phone. It's fine. Are you using Google Chrome? Okay, look, try different browsers. Try and go through Chrome.
I'm not trying different browsers. What are you talking about? We're live. I don't have time for this. You think I'm out in the middle of nowhere here, and you want me to download a 60 megabyte file?
I don't know where you are. Don't dox yourself. But I don't know where you
I
are.
am either.
What are you in the basement of a strip mall or something like that? What's the middle of nowhere anyway? I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. How do I sound?
Can I ask a question that you guys love this kind of stuff? Are you Lord of the Rings fans?
Never seen it.
Yeah, I got a first edition copy of the Silmarillion on my bookshelf right now.
David says we should name it the Gulf of Gandalf.
No, come on. Look. That's that's like writing a rap song. And your lyrics are like, I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go real far. You know what I mean? You got to.
I'm just trying to get you on to a different direction. You guys usually start with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and comics.
I try really hard not to do that.
Yeah, but that's
I will
how I learn.
I will do that. That's the other thing I do is
I
recommend
all your shows with all of the people that you have on that.
I recommend comic books to all of my guests.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm having more and more comic book artists on the show too, like Comics Pros, which is pretty cool because I think people need the opportunity to see something besides the politics. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was talking. Nina Turner was like, "What's the comic book part?" And I was like, "I recommend a comic book to all my guests." And she was like, "This fucker gonna recommend like Superman and Spider-Man to me?" Like she did not get it,
I
right?
did not know. No.
And
Is this on?
yeah, wow.
Now are you in an echo chamber now?
Nice. Did you turn that all the way up?
Sounds better though.
What? Turn what up?
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Oh, my
What?
God.
Wait, what? Hello?
so
I don't know
Senator
that.
Turner said, maybe you could just recommend comics to me for my grandkids. And I was like, how old are they? And they were like, they don't make comics for kids that young, right? And I was like, okay, she thinks that comics are for kids. And so I was like, this is going to be awesome because she's not going to see this coming. I recommended a comic to her called Our Members Be Unlimited, which is by a former Amazon worker living in Melbourne who offers free union organizing artwork, like flyers that you just fill out the date and time for your meeting. You can just download this shit for free. It looks real professional, put it in the break room at work or whatever. And it's all his firsthand account experience plus the history of unions. And she
Nice.
was
That's
like,
cool.
she was like, oh my God, that's a real comic book. And I was like, yes. And you're not going to keep it. You're going to give that away. You know what I mean? So like, this is a gift that keeps on giving. And that's what comic collectors do, is they're always like trading with their friends. Right. And so then she started to really get into it. And she started talking to me about this classic comic from the 70s called Superman versus Muhammad Ali. And I was like, I'm sitting here talking about this with Senator Nina Turner. Like, she could be president one day. It was amazing.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. People don't always see. People don't know what to expect. Do you know Spencer Ackerman, Pulitzer Prize winning national security correspondent? Like, literally wrote the book on Iraq, the Iraq War. Spencer Ackerman, you would love him.
He wrote the book. There's only one.
Well, I mean, it's the authority on it. I think he wrote two, but he's writing Iron Man for Marvel right now, like as his night gig.
That's crazy.
I know, right? So I was like, you got to come on the show, dude. That was awesome.
Nadia's here in the chat.
Can you hear me?
Yay, Nadia's here.
Talk again, Andrea.
Hello, testing. Anything?
Okay. I'm shouting out Nadia. She is here from Mexico now. Hello, Nadia. We are very happy for you.
Mexico,
Ben
Sandy
reposted.
referred to Mexico as South America earlier.
Oh, God. The South.
I'm sorry, Sandy.
You can fuck with me. It's okay, Andrea.
Dave Marvin's kids learning bass.
I'm not the one who
guitar.
called it South America, so I don't know how much culpability I have here. But...
Play any instruments, Blakeley?
South is the border.
You what? What do you play?
Guitar.
Oh, you do? Oh, awesome. Like electric, acoustic, both?
Just acoustic. I'm not really very good at it. I just play to write, since like, you know, I sing, I write. So I play guitar too, right? But I wouldn't call myself like a guitar player. I'd call myself like a person who uses the guitar and plays it to write music.
Okay. That's cool. Very cool.
Do you know, one time I faked, tell me if you think this is possible. I pretended to play acoustic guitar at a party for like an hour or two, and people thought I really knew how to play.
I believe that. I did that with tap dancing once. I pretended like I knew how to tap dance, and
I faked tap dancing once too.
Yeah. I mean, I was 12, but I was doing it in front of a bunch of kids that were like,
that was actually 39 at the time. So.
Yeah. And
it was yesterday.
That were like 4. I don't know why they were at the park, but I was pretending to know how to tap dance, and they definitely believed me because they were all like toddlers and a little younger. And I was like, thank you.
That's awesome.
Making it up.
My thing was, just the next day there was a big event where a bunch of people were there, and the night before we were at a friend's house, and I was just sitting there like really into it, and it was very stylized, and
Yeah.
other people were playing guitar, so I was just sort of like doing like my own personal stylized version of music and not really just playing it, because they were all playing like Dead songs and stuff like that, and I don't know, I fooled everybody. But Andrew's right.
I can
That's a
see how that
shit
would be.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
can see how that's definitely possible, especially if other people are already playing and
Yeah.
you just, are acting like, you know what you're doing. A lot of people will be like, oh, I guess they know what they're doing.
Also, it's a party. Everyone's fucking drunk. They don't know what the hell's
Right,
going
right.
on. They're just
Yeah.
seeing you with a guitar, like, you mad at it, like, good guitar, man. Like, that's all they're thinking. They don't
The next day, somebody
like,
came up
oh,
to me.
you trolled like a party of drunk fucking high schoolers. Wow, you're a fucking master con artist, you know?
Well, I was in town. For a funeral, and the next day, people were coming up to me, like being all quiet and like, respectful, and they were like, "Hey, man, wicked guitar playing last night." And here I am wanting to be like, I don't know how to fucking play guitar at all.
You're
Like,
gonna laugh
I
at
do
the
not.
funeral, and then like the uncle of the fucking, he's like 89. He's gonna see you laughing. He's gonna get so pissed off. He's gonna die, fall in the hole. It's gonna be a double funeral. It's all your fault.
My mom knows how to play guitar. My mother is a soloist and musician, and since
Yeah, she sounds awesome.
the early 60s, but like she was always like, "Do you want to learn how to play guitar?" And I'm like, "Nah, the cartooning
Can we get
thing
her on
is
the
for
show
me."
one day? Is that possible?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well.
You want to get the Letterhack's mom on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You can call it the letterhead since she's the mom.
My brother was on here. The Letterhack's brother was on here. The guy who made the Letterhack theme song, he was on here.
Was he on there? Was I on there?
He was like my second or third interview guest, because I was like, I need somebody I can mess up with.
Oh, are you doing that thing where you're referring to your show as here?
Yes. Andrea hates when I act self-centered, but
It's the
Sorry.
it's the cis people don't know what pronouns are type situation. You know.
Oh,
like-
cute. Oh, what a babe. What
my
a
dog-
and your dog matches your sweater.
I know I've got two
Love
black and white dogs and they match me.
Oh, look at
Oh,
the baby.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta take them.
I
out.
cannot bring anybody in
Is that
this
your
room.
friend?
All right, I'm gonna have to jump because my dogs are being very bad.
Cool.
This happens to me on my own stream all the time where they start
We enjoyed
acting
you.
like fools.
thanks for
I
coming on.
wanna
Dogs are
say
always a
before
good
I-
excuse.
I would like to say before I leave that I really, really appreciate you having me on. I would love to do it again just for funsies, when they
Oh, yeah.
restore my channel, because I am going to believe that they are going to, because this injustice cannot stand.
And you
Never let a
represent the
crisis go to
fight for
waste.
all of us. You are
Yeah.
the voice for so many, and that's pretty good.
Yes. So
I
thank
like
you
it.
for having me on, and please continue to reach out to people to also amplify my message and to amplify my message, because I want to keep talking about this until they fix it.
Will do. You got it.
Thank you guys so much. It
Thank
was great to
you.
meet you.
Thank
Can
you.
You
tell
too.
your dogs
Yeah.
I said
Thanks
hi?
again. Good luck.
Anytime you
We'll,
want science education and doom, come on over.
Thank you.
we'll stay on it.
Like you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye,
See ya,
guys.
Blakely. Later.
Bye. Oh, I really would
Is
love
my
to
audio
see
really
her.
that bad?
It's bad.
Yeah, I just keep thinking, give me something to work with, but it doesn't get any better.
Well, I mean,
I gotta go soon too. I got the exterminators coming in the morning, costing me a small oh, look at those glasses. Costing me a small fortune to
But,
get the mice
yeah.
problem out.
what the fuck? What's wrong with my audio? Like, it's.
Andrea, this has been all night long. Obviously, it's
I'm
not getting
trying.
fixed.
I'm fucking trying.
She's fucking trying.
Is this better?
Dude.
Are we in the 1970s, Matt? Where's the music? We're supposed to be dancing, baby. Where's the singer?
I didn't know I needed to bring a studio microphone with my
Yeah.
cell phone, Like, how the fuck? I just assumed this shit would fucking work. How would I know?
Letterhack theme song.
What is this horse shit? 1984 ass. So what's the problem? Is it's echoing? What is it?
You sound like you are.
This is what you do. Just mute yourself. Go to YouTube. Find the stream. Back it up to when you just said that.
Yeah. I don't know if I have what it takes. Is it may be my connection? I'm in like a little. I'm using a cell network.
Are you on Bluetooth?
I'm using my phone's microphone.
Is this going to be like this next week too?
I can try to.
Sandy is not having it.
My microphone is thousands of miles away.
We miss your. If you're somewhere else, why didn't you bring your equipment with you?
Well, why would I?
Why not?
I thought my cell phone would be fine.
No, cell phones are not fine. Remember, though, I did do a show with my cell phone from Bugs in a Jar farm in the middle of nowhere. Remember when I was camping out? Sort of camping. It was glamping. That wasn't too bad. I don't know why yours
is it better than this?
Mine was.
Well, what the fuck?
It's probably browser and Bluetooth or a combination of those.
Is it because I have 33 tabs open? Could that be possible? Hold on, let me close the tabs. Hold on.
I have a lot of tabs open myself, though, I have to say tonight, because I have things saved. I have this wonderful thread by Stephen Barlow, but I'm not closing it.
I saw a funny meme today. It was just text, and it said, if you still think that Nazi salute was an awkward gesture, try it at work today.
Yeah.
See how it goes. I just think that's how you do it, right? Because then you will.
I have friends of mine that are bending over backwards to rationalize this shit. I cannot believe how stupid they are.
Friends of yours?
On Facebook, but people I knew from high school. I'm messing with people on my Facebook so bad. I'm triggering them, pissing them off. I had so much fun on the Facebook page on Inauguration Day, messing with people and putting up memes that piss them off.
Look,
but we had thousands of people on my Facebook page swoop in. There was one meme that pissed people off so bad I couldn't believe it. 20-something thousand people saw it, and then there were like 500, 600 comments.
This is the thing, though. Crazy it is they anointed the king inside a private chamber, and the public wasn't allowed in. No.
Oh, that's right. You don't look at Discord when we're on.
No. Here's okay. I can't.
Is my audio better?
No.
What?
It's so bad, and I can hear myself like.
What does that mean? Okay. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on.
I don't know if I could find it. Oh, the phone.
Okay, Sandy, hear me out. Hear me out.
Is that better?
Yes. Talk again.
Hello?
It's not better. So, hear me out.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Facebook may serve a function for you, but it is not serving a purpose in the world except to make it hear me out. Okay. There's no probably about it. It is not serving a purpose in the world to make the world a better place. So it may serve a function for you,
Can you
but
hear
you
me?
have to find another platform or method of serving that function, because Facebook is not it. It's like if you went into a literal clan meeting, because that's where I use the phone. That, you see what I'm saying? It's like you need to find another phone.
8 years of a page where there's 20,900 followers, that people that come to actually get decent information, not bullshit, and that the people that do follow are coming to get good information and starting to follow because they want to learn about what's going on in the climate, and they want to learn about what my editor Jonathan puts up. That's bad. It's not bad right now. It's like one of the only bastions of truth in that stinking whole platform.
Yeah, but what are they doing on Facebook the rest of the time?
Is the audio
are they
any
just
I don't
there
know.
for that? That's what I'm saying. Like, Facebook needs to be abandoned, is what I'm saying.
when my
Asking.
90-year-old mother learns how to use that other thing, the Signal, so we can have our family chat that way instead of private messaging, which my brother's going to look into it to teach her how to do,
Max,
so
what
we
the
can do
fuck
our
did you
family chat.
do?
I'll get
Why
off
did you do
Facebook,
that?
but I'm screwing around with all of my old right-wing asshole friends on
Why'd
my
you do
personal
it?
page and triggering them.
Why'd you break my microphone,
I
man?
had fun
This is all
doing
your
it, man.
fault. This is all your fault, man.
I had a lot of fun doing
Yeah,
it, man.
this is your fault. Hello? Oh wait, this is on. Shit.
That
Well, I don't know. I kind of agree with you, Alex, there, only because I really if people are on Facebook, it's either they're going to come to a place and get good information and understand what's happening, or they're going to not and they go to get the misinformation where we're serving a purpose of
so that I have
them. I don't like him, and I don't like X either. And
no, I told people, I said, I'm leaving Facebook, I'm leaving Twitter, and people on Facebook were like, yeah, I feel you, but and I said, taking away fact checking and no content moderation,
doing it.
that's terrible. Those are essential to so-called social media platforms. And they said, yeah, but this is where I see all my old friends from back in the day and keep up with family. And I was like,
just fucking get a goddamn. Like,
but that's what my page does. My page is the fact checking page for climate.
Right.
It is
on a platform that is meant to be racist, homophobic, it is by design and deliberately racist, and it's everything that's bad.
Did you see that they put in the
what
rules
they want
that
it
the
to
only
be?
only allowed form of bigotry is against the trannies? That's the only slur.
They changed it to where
is that bad?
Yes.
They
love
literally.
Facebook.
All right, we'll rethink it. I had spoken to Jonathan about this, actually.
They said
and
we're
we were
changing.
considering it getting off.
I'm not saying you have to go back and watch this, but I reported on this. They said, here are the changes we're making to our terms. From now on, you are allowed to misgender people. It flat out fucking says that.
Can that happen on YouTube?
No,
yes.
But it's not in there. They haven't changed it on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube just has like a more lenient free speech policy. But Facebook literally says you are allowed to do this one thing, but the rest is banned still.
And why would you do that? And they were like, oh, well, the White House was calling us and giving us shit for a Leonardo DiCaprio meme where it was making fun of pro-vaccination rhetoric. And it's like, people are allowed to be anti-vax. Okay, well, what does that have to mean? What does that have to do with being anti-trans? And giving people this so-called religious freedom to be discriminatory.
It's horrible.
That's what
I mean, I think I'm going to be honest and say that, like, this whole religion thing, let's be honest, man. If you saw the inauguration and like the fucking shit, like drivel that they were talking about, and they had that guy do the fucking Martin Luther King horse shit, like, we need to, like, this whole, like, oh, religion can be used for good thing. I don't agree. I mean, they're using it for bad everywhere. Been used for good. Like, I don't know.
As soon as that bishop started saying some religious stuff, they were like, what is this?
I downloaded that and I put it on my personal Facebook page. Oh boy, I've been having fun tweaking people. I'm sorry.
Look, I
did, and they're getting all kinds of weird. I'm watching this because I'm going to use this and use it for maybe writing an article or for doing a piece on how people will do backflips to try so hard to rationalize their positions and not change. That's all part of inoculation theory, which I really like. It's how to inoculate people against bullshit, really. And it's a whole thing. I mean, I have reasons for what I do, but
I do think,
like,
it's
the
cool
whole,
that
like, Christianity is just, it's garbage, it's shit, it needs to burn, like just the rest of these fucking nonsensical conspiracies. Like the fucking, like all this horseshit that they're using, like this is God's plan, like when Trump was like, I was almost killed. And then, by the way, the assassination attempt, quote unquote, it's all a bunch of bullshit to mythologize him. God sent me here. Like, I'm sorry, like God's not real.
Like the idea that anyone is out there pushing this concept that God is real, there's any legitimacy to Christianity, it makes it so we can't just like say,
Well,
like, yeah, you believe in God? What are you fucking
I'm
3
sure
years
the
old? Like, I'm
whole-
sorry, man. Like, what
the
are we
whole
doing, man?
entire Orange Turds family agrees with you.
So
Yeah, they don't believe in that shit either. That's the worst thing is they know Americans are so goddamn fucking stupid that they still
Andrea,
believe
did
in
you
the
hear-
magical spaghetti man, you know?
Did you hear the sermon though? Did you hear what that bishop said at the sermon?
She was beautiful.
No, I did
It was
not. The one,
yeah,
the one,
she-
the full
Bishop Bud.
one, the after, not the inauguration, but the other one.
After, yeah, she said,
Bud.
spare the LGBTQ community, have mercy on
Have mercy.
immigrants, have mercy
Care.
on the trans community. It was
Mhm.
very like open and caring and just on point. And they're looking at the entire Trump family, Vance and his
Oh, he was
wife,
horrible.
and they were just like, the fuck?
What? Yeah,
And
they're
it was like,
horrible
you guys
people.
are at fucking church. And then so the
Mhm.
next day, all these
Oh
asshole
yeah, they're calling her to get
Republican,
deported.
yeah, and it's
How
like,
did they deport a bishop?
it's like all they do is
She's gonna
talk
get
about,
deported back to the Vatican City.
all they do is talk about being
Oh my
religious and
God.
Jesus and God. And then when somebody actually gives them a dose, they're just racist fucking Nazis, man. That's all it is.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
that,
but
you
like,
should
let's
go
not,
back and
like,
listen
I'm
to that
sorry,
sermon.
I don't believe we should use that moment to whitewash religion because religion's what got us into this mess.
I'm
Like,
not.
oh, some
I'm
religious
not.
person
I'm
was,
not.
like,
I'm
nice. I
I'm
know
using-
good for her.
they're
I'm glad she used
hypocrites.
their position.
They're hypocrites.
But like,
is
my
what I'm
God,
saying.
Of
man,
course
give
they're
me a break.
hypocrites. Of course they're hypocrites. And I think some people with rational minds are they're starting to see it, you know.
Okay,
but
they're
what are you gonna do?
hypocrites online and shit and off the cuff in rallies. This was the fucking inauguration church sermon. It's on every national news network.
Mhm.
It was in the face. This is the most blatant example of their hypocrisy. And we can thank this. It was a bishop, right? We can thank
Yeah,
this
Bud.
bishop for doing it. And it's not whitewashing Christianity. I'm not religious
I mean, I'm
at
not
all.
saying you
but
are. I'm just saying I've seen a lot
Yeah,
of
but
people
then
doing
there's Pastor Ben who does beautiful things online to make people feel good. And I'd
I
love
don't want to
to
shit
tell-
on every Christian in the world here
No,
individually,
you
but I'll
can't
shit on them as a
because
group. I'll
because
shit on them every day. as a
he's
group.
doing good stuff that makes me feel good, and I'm an atheist, and so are a lot of people, you know. So you can't paint everybody with the same brush, Andrea.
I can do without
I'm not
religion
painting
completely, though.
individuals.
I'd be
I'm just
fine
saying
without
We
it.
the
can
religious
do without
institution
it,
of
but-
Christianity, the fact that people believe in this stupid horse shit is what got us here.
Well,
The fact that you're
that's
able to sit there and
historical.
say God is real is a result of centuries of brainwashing of the human spirit and the destruction of curiosity, the destruction of just being curious about the world and how it works. Like that's just, I'm sorry, like it's how we got into this mess. And people believing horseshit with no evidence is how we got here. Like, oh, it's the same thing with most Republicans believe that like trans people are 30% of the population. Why? Because they believe horseshit without evidence.
Right.
If you believe in God, you'll believe anything. I mean, like it's the most debunked conspiracy theory of all time. And yet, if you believe in it, you'll believe anything. You know, that's how I feel.
Meanwhile, Tracy Eva is on Twitter doing the Lord's work and systematically one at a time retweeting I Am Blakeley's plight to literally anyone you can fucking think of on the
Yeah, I
left.
gotta log on Twitter.
No
later. Do
comment
that?
chick, Mark Lamont Hill, Left Reckoning, Left of the Box, Roland Martin, Mehdi Hassan, Francesca, Kyle Kalinske,
What?
Boston Brian, Hassan,
Are all
Ariana
what?
Jasmine,
Are
The
all
Rational
what?
National Humanist Report, Pastor Ben Surf. She's just going off. This is awesome. Acting like Tommy. Man. I'm just sitting here watching my Twitter page. I'm like, who
Oh.
the fuck is tweeting like this?
So but you went on Twitter, even though you hate it, to spread a message.
Yeah, hypocrite.
And that's what I'm doing,
You
kind
fucker.
of.
No, I'm out.
Facebook.
I'm off Twitter as of Friday. Did I not say
Oh,
that?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of people on there where I was like, "Give me that email. I'm out."
Well, I do like Blue Sky, and the main reason for me on X is still because of the Climate Crisis Club, and I do
I prefer
like
Red Sky.
the
It's a
Climate
lot
Crisis
cooler.
Club on Saturdays because I can listen to, and I don't like that they're on there. I mean, I really wish they would go somewhere else. And Alex knows this, Spaces, because anybody could listen. But these are people from all over the world that talk about these issues that are so important. And it's hard for me
On
not to
Twitter,
want,
though. You see what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, that's
on
not
Spaces.
being magnified. That's not being broadcasted.
Well,
Then where's that going?
I'd like somewhere
It's staying
people
in the
no, but
community.
people can hear it anywhere. That's the problem. And there's a guy that was recording. He's been banned, but he was recording some other spaces and played it on his YouTube channel. I don't like X. I don't like it at all. I
I'm
would
leaving
like
Instagram
them
too.
Mega
to
Man
I'm
go.
X,
out.
that is to say. I love Mega
I
Man X.
never was on Instagram, and I've never been on TikTok or any of those.
If
But it
streaming
would be
5 days a
really,
week on YouTube doesn't cut it, fuck it.
it
Then
would be nice though if we had, for at least the Climate Crisis Club, which I love, and all those voices. I mean, even if we went to a Zoom format or something different, because I would
The
totally get
problem
off
with
X.
getting a lot of people off of Twitter is that they have their social hierarchies built in on Twitter where they have a
but
certain
we're
amount of
moving to Blue
followers and they
Sky.
have their, if everyone goes to Blue Sky, you're not going to have the same follower count. You're not going to be at the same
cares?
position in social status. That's how people
Oh,
are. People, all
yeah.
they give a shit is their social status.
Well, not
That's
on.
why it's so hard to migrate to another platform for people.
I don't see that with this particular Climate Crisis Club.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
just,
see that. But
I'd
I
see
do
that a
see
lot,
the
so I'm just
value
throwing
of the
that out there.
discussions being public and bringing in, I don't know. I just after what happened with Leon and his, I hate
who
it.
the fuck is Leon?
Elon.
You're dry. Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you
I was
remember
like, you're
when
talking about some guy all night.
don't
Like,
you
we know who
remember the
Leon is.
orange turd called him Leon in one of his speeches, and everybody
listening
picked
to
up on that. So I call him that because it's a joke, but I can't even stand saying any of their names.
I was like, you're talking about somebody like we all know who the hell they are. We
Elon
don't.
Leon. Everybody knew, I thought.
They
But
probably
anyway,
do.
that's okay, Matt. It's
I
okay,
don't.
baby doll.
Andrea, the audio
It's okay.
is so bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. What the fuck do you mean it's so bad? I'm not even saying
You don't have to. The mic is picking everything up.
What mic?
What? I don't know. There's an echo coming off your.
It's the room. It's the room. It's the room. It doesn't matter. We're already doing this for how many hours about her thing. Let's hope next week she brings her. You should have, wherever you are, you should have brought your equipment.
What the fuck?
Global. Is that a tin can and a string microphone?
Jesus goddamn
Remember
motherfucker.
doing that when we were kids?
I don't even know where the microphone
Matt, did you
even
do that
is
when
on
you
the
were a kid?
phone. Like, is this
Did you ever
better?
do
Can you
that?
hear me?
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
I had a
Is this
tree
better?
fort.
Hello?
Yeah.
I had a tree fort right outside my bedroom window, and the
Censorship.
can was
Yeah.
there, and we had an alarm. We had a tripwire alarm set up that would turn on my clock radio.
Oh my God, that's fun. Fun memories, huh?
Because somebody might be trying to break into that
Yeah.
tree fort.
Remember those things were fun. Yeah, definitely. The tree fort days. Yep. Tomboy. I was up in the tree forts. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, anyway, listen, I'm going to be going. I don't know how long you guys are going to talk with that crackle, snap, crackle, pop, but I got to get up early.
Yeah.
Because I know that I didn't do any of the work I was supposed to do to get ready for this big extermination of my rodent issue that 8 cats aren't taken care of. So they're going to do a lot of work, though, sealing the whole house.
Are you leaving?
Yeah. I got to get up. And I've got a lot of wonderful people here in the chat. You guys can stay if you want to listen to Andrea snap, crackle, and pop.
Well, I don't even. I got more to say. I got.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I know.
Fire up
I
a
know.
Substack or something.
Fire up a
Oh,
Substack.
I want to
would
ask
never
about
use a
that.
Substack.
Substack, you
they
can
took
live
money
stream.
from Trump.
They did.
Oh yeah, they're knee deep.
Jeez. Is anybody not up his kissing the ring? Is there anybody not kissing that ring?
Nope.
That's already the most played out. That and bend the knee are the two most played out terms in 2025.
Kiss the ring, man.
Okay, so I like to say other things, but I'm not going to say it on your show tonight. But
our show.
Knee, kiss the
okay,
ring,
are they?
wash,
Everybody's
whatever.
licking his balls. All right, there. Is that
sand?
A bad, terrible.
Does Trump even have balls? Like I wouldn't be so
know.
sure if he has balls.
I
Let's
don't
be
know,
honest.
but I can imagine they must be.
Goodness. I never thought I would hear such.
It's not even redder. Okay.
This is the fucking biker days coming out.
Yeah, really.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. She's sort of gone. That bitch. Like I said, I have 7 of the 9 lives. Oh, anyway.
I'm just starting to think of all kinds of fucked up shit to say that I'm not gonna say.
I saw the wheels go.
I started making a little cartoon about it in my head.
Can you hear me?
Well, on my channel, it looks like everybody's dropping off. Your channel's got a lot of people watching. My channel, everybody's dropping off. So I'm going to say good night.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
See you, Sandy.
There's somebody, Tamarack Gaming on my channel. Hello, but you're probably from Matt's channel. Good night. You guys are free to go over there, free to stay on mine, but don't forget, Dog Dude gave me $2 towards the Pasadena Animal Shelter. Thank you.
Dog Dude. Shout outs to Dog Dude.
That's right. At the end of the month, we might even have $400 to $500 that's going to go there. I know. I'm like thrilled because that's more than I ever earned, but that's fine. I don't care. It's going to Pasadena. And I got.
Can you bring that back up? I'm gonna look at that dog again.
Dog Dude. Yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, everyone.
Great ass dog. That's amazing. Oh my.
That's good to see you, Sandy.
I'm gonna do the bye-bye.
You got a wire. It's on. It's on. No.
All right, Andrea. Look, do this.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
First. Stop. Don't say
Stop
anything.
What? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Let's start over.
Step 1, be quiet.
Okay.
That includes all noises, not just verbal. All noises. No noises. All right, we did it. Perfect.
What the fuck? Are you trying to set up an outro? Is that what this is? You're trying to just get me out of here? You're trying to censor
No,
my
I
speech?
think that was the best your sound has been all night.
Well, I'm trying to fucking. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna go watch this after the stream is over. But like, it's crackly. Like, is that what it sounds like? Like it's skipping?
It is audio distortion at its worst.
Like that? Is it like a type thing?
Yeah, it's like you're just like. Oh.
Well, I'm right over here. You see, I'm physically far away. I mean, you can tell I'm not. Like, okay, is this any better? Hello, testing. 165. Why are you muting me? Is that
Not muted? What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's way better.
What?
Yep.
You're trolling me.
I'm not. That sounds fucking great.
I literally just screeched into the microphone and put it back down, and now you're telling me it's better.
You might have been screeching so loud that it canceled it out. I have reduced background noise. It might have done that.
What?
This sounds actually better than it has all night.
You're fucking with me. I didn't do anything.
Sounds perfectly normal right now.
Screeched into the microphone like a fucking autistic child, and then put it back down, and now you're telling me it's better.
Do it again.
Oh, okay.
Sounds fine.
Is that good?
Did I flinch even? Sounds great.
Well, you often flinch.
I mean, if somebody was going to do like the, you know what I mean? It sounded fine.
Let's see what the comments are saying. I can't. What do they got? What are the comments?
Nothing. I wouldn't, don't pay attention to the
Okay.
comments.
What are the comments saying? LMAO, lol.
I don't know. I mean, you can't pay attention. The chat's been having their own conversation all night. It doesn't mean anything.
What the fuck? Wait, so it wasn't even bad the whole time?
Even what? What?
Huh? Wait, you can hear me?
I have you on like 1 volume.
Yeah, man, what?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
man, what?
1.
Hold on.
Look, and just for the record, people saying Mac can be such a dick sometimes. Who is actually trolling who here tonight? With the, can you hear me? Is this on? Give me a break. I had what, 1.5 minutes of peace? Please.
Hello?
Knowing full well, look, this is what everyone needs to realize. Andrea just did that knowing full well there will be no difference whatsoever in the audio.
I took the headphones off. These are off. I powered them off. They're off. I'm doing stuff. I turned it off.
It's a little
Is this any better?
Hold on. You've earned a little bit more volume.
What?
I'm going to put it up on 26.
Hello?
Nah, it's still bad. Maybe don't be in an empty room of like...
Well, what
like,
the fuck? Where else am I going to be?
I don't know. What are you doing? Squatting in some like model home?
Yeah,
Give me a
that's
break.
exactly what I'm doing. Yes.
Like, you know, you're not allowed. It's like some new community that's not like
I should
totally up
definitely
and
not
running
be
yet.
in here. That's for sure. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, really? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, maybe in like 3 years from now when the statute of limitations is up.
Okay. Max is there though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So is Max okay? This is all you have to tell us. Is the current vibe coming from your dog Max right now? That's what I mean by current. Is that vibe? When are we going home? Or is that vibe? If we live here, where's all my stuff?
It's more, what the hell are you doing? Just.
I think that's the first one. Why are we here? When are we going home? Which, by the way, is how I feel every time I go somewhere. Wherever, I'm very canine-like. Anytime I'm somewhere, I'm like, I don't see any of my toys.
Canine-like?
I don't see my
that
bed.
true?
I don't see my toys. My treats aren't fucking here. I love being in the car, but why do we have to get out? It's 11:53 p.m. on the East Coast right now. I keep hearing that, okay, I got sick last week, left the show. Did you stay on?
No.
Because you didn't want to do it without me. Solidarity. Thanks.
No.
Showing solidarity for me while I was
really
sick. I really
high,
appreciate
and
that,
I
man.
chose not to in a conscious decision. It had nothing to do with you, actually.
Because
In
apparently,
fact, I was excited at the idea of doing a show without you.
now I am gonna cry. Apparently, LT9K called in and did an impression of me, and I haven't fucking heard this. I have to go back and listen to it now.
Speaking of getting sick, did you hear that Donald Trump instructed all health agencies to no longer report anything publicly?
Don't talk about bird flu. No more reports. They're probably gonna. I'm not kidding. They're gonna put the Weather Channel behind a fucking paywall.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to pay money to see how the temperature is. Is it gonna rain today? That'll be $25.
If you want to pay $10, it'll rain today.
It's like it's gonna be those exact same people that do the weather now. I was like, I wouldn't pay for this. My father-in-law will listen to the Weather Channel for like 4 or 5 hours a day, and I've never heard anything on there where I was like, yes, please, more of that. But when they're showing the information and saying here's where here's what the weather is going to be like in your area, yeah, we want to know that. I want to be able to access that on my phone at a single swipe.
Hello?
The whole internet's going to be like this. They're fucking everything up.
Well,
They're going to
this is
give
why
they're going to
you
give
gotta get
freebies to
really
all their
good
little
at
buddies
just
and followers.
feeling the temperature. You just go outside. You go.
I'm telling you, when our power went out here on the last couple of days, I was like, we got this. We can live like this now.
And then the power came back on, and you realized how delusional you really were.
The problem is not everyone can do it.
But you can, because you're just so awesome and incredible.
But not where I am. You would have to go somewhere really out where nobody is to pull that off, because otherwise you're constantly around people trying to do it wrong, basically.
That's right. That's right.
Which is how society is anyway, but
yeah, I'm constantly around people doing everything wrong. It's insufferable.
It's 11:56 p.m. on the East Coast.
Are you trying to leave?
It's 11:57 p.m. on the East Coast.
We started like 5 minutes late.
I know, right? Whoa. How do we get away with that? Why do people even still watch? Actually, that's not a bad question.
I'm just gonna do
Why
the whole
is
show
anybody
with this
watching
facial
this?
expression.
Do you think I had a heart attack?
I hope so, because that would be really cool. If I was a part of something that someone had a heart attack because of. I told you I got the bomb, so.
You did get it.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Not yet. It came in the mail.
Okay, now. I never thought the bomb was that bad. But I had 2 nuggets cooked in it and then added some to the top before I ate it.
It's too much.
It's
amateur hour.
Not if I survived a heart attack. It's pretty not amateur hour. It's pretty much like, damn, dude. Nice
what if
work.
it was a capsaicin heart attack?
I don't know what that is.
You were having a heart attack, but it wasn't real.
Capsaicin?
Yep.
Like a placebo?
Sure, yeah.
What's capsaicin?
Capsaicin is kind of like a placebo, similar.
It just means hypochondriac kind of thing?
Maybe. I'm not a hypochondriac.
I'm not saying
a hypochondriac.
I'm not saying
I got everything. I collect them.
I mean, I'm not saying that I did have a heart attack. What I'm saying is, if I did, I clearly came out the other side. Now, look, this is what a lot of fucking people have been saying. I'm not kidding.
What?
Will Jake be making videos again? I miss seeing his content. Everyone has been asking me this. Hey, I'll just tell you, Jake is not delinquent. He's not acting in a way that's irresponsible or delinquent. He's got a life. That's all I know.
It's the curse of left past 10. When you start doing the show, you give up everything else. It's the curse.
Except for me.
It's happening to Jake. Next it'll be Sandy.
Hasn't happened to Sandy. But I think that I'll put it this way. I invited Jake to come on to my morning show for a full week. So that's two shows. So I'm doing my best. I said, hey man, get out the coat and tie. consider coming on my show. It'll be at this time for this much time. I'll
Can
tell
I
you what
come
we're
on your
talking about
show? You
ahead.
never invite me on.
And do you want to know what Jake said?
I'd rather not. It's private DMs. I don't know if we should really know this. Are we live?
I said, "Hey, Jake, Letterhack." So it's not like, I mean, who's gonna text you and lie that it's the Letterhack?
Well, I would do that. First of all, I'm on that list of people who would do something like that. I would, in fact, not only I have done that. I've done that a couple times actually.
And people are like, "Oh my God, it's the Letterhack texting
Yeah.
me," and you're like, "I think you're a stupid piece of shit." And they're like,
Yeah, I've carried
"That
on entire
sounds like something he
conversations.
would
You know why
say."
some people won't go on your show? It's because of me. I contacted them. I told them I was the Letterhack. You know, needless to say, it did not end well. And now they don't go on your show, which is as a reason.
I'm a good person. What's that from? What was that? Did you never watch The Leftovers? There's a line delivered in that. This ghost is trying to convince the main character that he wants to kill himself, but he doesn't. And he says, "But I don't want to kill myself." And he says it in this way that's like almost like a little kid. And she goes, "Well, you got a funny way of showing it." And I was like, that's just like a really poetic, considering one of them is a ghost. That's a real poetic exchange.
I gotta check it out.
Oh, it's fantastic. I won't say anything else about it.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Yep. So it's after midnight. I feel like we already let it all hang out, so we should probably assuming everyone has somewhere else they could be. If not,
I have somewhere else I could be. I could be on the Letterhack Daily Show.
yeah. Oh, you got to come on.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were doing morning content. I mean, we all fucking wish you were. I wish I was in competition with you, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, right. We will see or not. I think it would be very cool if all my friends fired their shows back up and we just blitzkrieg this motherfucker 24/7.
What
There's
is
always something going.
Blitzkrieg? Isn't that a Nazi phrase?
I thought it was just German warfare.
Oh, it's German. Okay.
Yeah, in football, there's a blitz. It's where everyone goes at once.
Football. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Full court press. Let's do a full court press. Get everyone's shows on again, and it'll be like, oh shit, Andrea, Jake, Matt, Sandy, they're all on at the exact same time. It actually makes sense that they do a group show once a week, right?
I think you're living in a fantasy world, unfortunately.
Seems pretty organized for a fantasy.
Well,
should we try and bring Ben Dixon back on?
we could try.
He'll come on.
You think so?
Yeah, I had him on my show the other day, 10 a.m. and I sent him the link like an hour ahead and was like, "Hey, I'll see you in about an hour." And he goes, "Oh shit, this is a morning show?" He rallied. He was there.
Is he doing that like standing up thing for everything now?
Yeah. Not clickbaity.
Okay.
Do you watch clickbaity?
Not every show. I don't really watch politics that much. You know.
You know, my thing is, it's kind of hard to watch, you know?
What?
Politics. People talking about it.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should be talking about it? Is it easier to talk about it than to listen to one talk about it?
It's easier, yeah.
Is this something that you would do, say, on a street corner, holding a sign, maybe a piece of cardboard that you've written on or painted a message on? Or are you talking about doing it like this, daily, 10 a.m. ish,
God,
an audience?
sounds horrifying.
They could do
They should
things
put
like
that on Shutter.
people could give you comments in like a scrolling sort of chat, and then sometimes there could be a monetary value associated with it, and you would be like, you kind of have to like read those. And then there could be because if you're just yelling at traffic in front of, say, an abandoned strip mall or a busy street corner, there's a chance that people are going to get the wrong idea. It's funny because you could stand on a street corner. Oh, this is a fucking great experiment. Oh my God.
Hello?
I got to do this. I'm going to
Hello?
do this. I need to record myself doing my show on a street corner at traffic and the exact same show and just see what has anyone done that? Has anyone done that to see like if anyone gives a fuck? Like go to a busy street corner where there's like pedestrians?
Just do the show?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Just like do the news. How fucking funny would that be?
Do it.
And go, I have an article right here, and start reading the article off your phone and then go, okay, hold on, pause it. Remember last year when they tried to pull, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just do your show on a street corner in front of people.
Do I have to
That'd
be
be
on the corner?
Yeah, it would need to be in public. So what, in a park? What do you on a subway? What are you thinking?
I was thinking,
Because people would be
maybe
like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
at the top of some like a plateau of some kind. Like you have to climb upstairs to get there. Maybe there could even be like a throne of some sort that I could sit on.
Oh, how about this? How about this? You're standing on a ledge and people are like, oh my gosh, he's going to jump. But then you just do your show. And
Oh,
when the
that's a great
cops come up
idea.
there, and you're like, I'm not going to fucking jump. Doing my show. And they're like, well, do it on YouTube. And you're like, what's the difference? Conclude experiment.
What's the difference? That's a good question.
That's fucking awesome, right? And it's like, you're going to jump off that ledge. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm doing a podcast.
I'm not going to
And they're like,
jump.
you're
I'm going to walk off the ledge. I can't jump. Look at me, for Christ's sake. I wouldn't know how to jump if I tried.
Or like if I literally got like a box and stood on it in the park and just started doing the show, would people be like, this guy is fucking crazy? Oh, but if I'm on YouTube, they're like, well, he's giving it a shot. He wants to have a YouTube
Subscribe.
show. He's just trying to have a YouTube show. He's trying to get super chats. But what if you're standing on the box in the public area and you're going, I'll read all your super chats on live before I'm done? Would people be like, what?
The fuck is it? Well, you
This
throw
guy
money in the
has
hat, and then you
lost
get
it.
you get to talk on the mic for 5 minutes. You know.
I think if I got demonetized and kicked off YouTube, I would start doing that the next fucking day. No camera. I would just be in a park somewhere doing that and just see what I'm dying to know what the reaction would be.
Is this
People
thing
are
still on?
saying
Hello?
people are saying context matters. That's the experiment. I want to know to what degree it matters. Why? I'll be like, Your Honor, you keep telling me not to do it on the bus, but what's the fucking difference? No one asked me to do it on YouTube. Okay, I got one for you. This is a game I played a couple weeks ago when you weren't here. You want to play this game?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ comes to earth. He's back. Or who knows? Back. First time around. I don't know. But there's a Messiah. It's Jesus. Everyone agrees. It's confirmed. And immediately, without even like performing miracles, people are just like chilled right the fuck out. Everyone is immediately like sort of like an adult being in the room. You're like, I'm not going to be the first one to realize like I'm not going to feel his wrath. And he's such a cool and peaceful guy, like historically, that he it's the perfect example. Let's take his lead. Your boss isn't a dick. People aren't rude to you. Everyone in Congress is just kind of like, yeah, we should probably pass healthcare. Let's fucking do it. What are we doing? You know what I mean? And remember what he did to those money changers in the church? That was bad. Let's get money out of this. Let's not care too much about capitalism. You know, everything just gets better. There's a ripple effect. Been going a few days, maybe a week. Everything's fine. What's the one thing Jesus could do that you'd be like, yeah, you can go. We'll just go back to the way it was. And like, I
Say
have
that
an
last part?
example. Like, what's the one thing he could do? Like, he's either against something or for something that would make you go, you know what? We'll just go back to the way it was. Fuck Jesus. He can go. And I have an example. Do you want an example just to see?
Yeah,
like,
give
kind of
me an
how?
example.
So, you know, it's like I said, as I described, everything's perfect. And then Jesus is like, ooh, you guys are smoking marijuana? No, we're not doing that. Weed's gone. You'd be like, what? Why'd you do that? He's like, nah, I never meant for that to be smoked. It's terrible. And you're like, fuck you. No, you get out. We're done with this.
Well,
We'll
what
go
if
back to the
Jesus
way.
was like, well, yeah, weed's terrible because I got access to heaven drugs. And then he shows us some like really cool thing that's like way better.
But no, that's not part of this game.
Oh, yeah, then fuck Jesus. Get out of here. I don't want this guy showing up.
I went through a whole list of shit with it, and Sandy was done playing the game pretty much right away, and I just kept going for like an hour. I was like, what if Jesus was like, holy shit, have you guys seen AI art? We can all be artists. You're like, no,
I
dude.
mean, shouldn't Jesus be able to conjure up some art?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, the game is to see how easily, because my theory is, you know, people put up with a lot of bullshit because supposedly they've got it good. Like healthcare through your job. That's shit healthcare, and fuck that job. And now you can't leave that job without losing your healthcare. Like, that's not a good deal. But people are just like, good enough. I'll live this way. And my theory is that people would be real quick to go, you know what? Everything is better, but fuck it. We were getting by. Let's go back.
I would argue I would give up weed if it ended the wars, you know,
So
stuff like that.
what if he was like, you're letting dogs live with you? This is ridiculous.
I mean, okay, what's the alternative? Like, if dogs like have
No
their
dogs,
own
no
villages and cities, and like I can go to Max's house every day, and like he can bake me some cookies or something, like, and we can hang out and play Monopoly, then I mean, okay.
No, it's really weird that there's domesticated animals. We're not doing that.
I mean, I
They're
agree. It is
livestock. We're
weird.
not.
It is
No,
weird.
but
I do
I
agree.
don't think it's weird. But if Jesus was saying it was weird and like
No,
just
but I do think it's weird. I think about it every day. It's very weird. It's strange. There's a wild animal wearing like a fucking hoodie, just walking around. What the fuck? What the hell? Why is he wearing clothes? It's strange.
I don't know. Anyway, it was a weird game.
Is it even a game? I mean, what's the game?
I mean, It's a what do you call it? A thinking game.
Oh, it's a thought experiment.
If I woke up one day and thought experiment. Thanks. That's probably the smart way to. It's a thinking game.
Man, it's like a game where like you think.
First you think, I throw it out, you think, and then we both kind of consider.
Dude, like what if we like played a game where it's like we think and we get points?
What'd you call it? A
So
thought
fun.
experiment? Yeah. What? Okay, but I do love. I almost said, yeah, okay. I think instead of having dogs live with us, if dogs had fucking tea parties and played board games like you were describing, I think that'd be a better life.
Yeah.
I think I'd be like, ding, 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 ding. Hey, is Rover hanging out? Hey, what's up? Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Just thought I would come over and
Wouldn't that be
scratch your
awesome
ears.
if we're equal? You know, just knock on the door.
Hey, I just wanted to see if you wanted to play frisbee. Maybe.
Yeah, let's
Scratch
play
your belly?
frisbee. Hey, I got a whole new stack of tennis balls. You know, wouldn't that be cool? Kill a couple hours.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of killing a couple hours, I'm pretty much. I don't know how to
you're
milk
done?
this anymore. Yeah.
You can't do it anymore, really? You just can't do it anymore? Well,
It'd
check
be like
this out. Hold on.
Planet of the Apes, but
I hear something. I hear an audio signal. I hear walking. Hold on. Max, step onto the seat. Max the dog, everybody. Hold on. We got Max, get the hell over here. Oh, we got Max the dog. Can you see him? Okay.
yes.
Max the dog.
Max. Good boy, Max. Good
Get your
boy.
head over here.
Good boy, Max. Who's a good boy? Oh my goodness. What a cutie.
Are you
Does he
seeing
respond to that kind of sing-songy voice?
Oh, damn right he does.
Well, this is a good show. We did some mutual
Max,
aid.
what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing
We showed solidarity. Hopefully, we'll get the word out.
You
and-
get to pat yourself on the back later. I did a good thing.
Hey,
Dear diary, I did a good thing today.
maybe when it's my turn, people can help me out, you know? Seems like everyone goes through it at some point.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
Did you hear
see.
that? Was that audible?
Wait. Hold on, hold on. I do think I hear. I thought it was Santa Claus, but then I was like, that was last month. Give me something to work with.